Welcome back to Coffee Break. My name is Bubba, and on this show, I go over the week's most interesting coffee-related news, podcasts, and resources. On this episode, we're going to go over topics ranging from a white paper from the SCA, talk about Panama and their recent e-auction, Blue Bottle and carbon neutrality, also go over my podcast picks of the week so far, some events coming up, and an interesting product that I found. All right, let's get into it. And our first story is from the SCA. They created a white paper that helps to define what specialty coffee is. And to them, they say that specialty coffee is a coffee or coffee experience recognized for its distinctive attributes, and because of these attributes, has significant extra value in the marketplace. Now, what does that kind of mean? Without going into too much detail, on their paper, it states that there's two types of attributes. One's intrinsic, which is more material, versus extrinsic, which is more symbolic. The intrinsic material attributes would be like the cupping score, the physical appearance, size, grade, roast color, descriptive profile. Extrinsic is more symbolic. It's about the coffee itself. So the origin, the certification, the name of the farm, and the brand. Really good read. You can check it out when you have time. I'll put the link to the white paper in the show notes. And our next story is about the most recent Panamanian e-auction. So going here by the website, it looks like the highest bid for coffee for a Nugo fermented geisha was about $2,568 per pound. Geishas are really beautiful. If you've never had a geisha before, I'd say try to find a place that's close to you that maybe hopefully will serve you geisha. If not, you can kind of buy some online. It's a little on the pricey side, but when done and prepared properly, it's a really beautiful experience. And our next story is about Nestle unveiling plans to support the transition to a regenerative food system. Now, what does that mean? According to the article, a regenerative food system is one that aims to protect and restore the environment, improve the livelihoods of farmers, and enhance the well-being of farming communities. Nestle is really big. They work with a lot of farmers and a lot of suppliers. So it's just good to see that they're taking the time out and investing the money to be able to give back to the community, to make sure people are being taken care of. Our next story is about Blue Bottle and their commitment to carbon neutrality by 2024. According to the article, Blue Bottle will attain carbon neutrality for its greenhouse gas emissions, first by reducing as much as possible, including through work with coffee producers to sustain and expand regenerative agricultural practices. Then, by supporting carbon removal and high-quality offsetting projects for unabated greenhouse gas emissions. This year, there are 4 areas that they're looking to focus on. One is coffee sourcing, another electricity, dairy, and waste. A lot more details are in the article, but just kind of cool to see that Blue Bottle is helping with this. My first podcast pick is Map It Forward. They have a really awesome event coming up called the Global Coffee Townhall. They are planning to have 4 different events in 4 different languages. It seems like a really awesome opportunity to have an open dialogue about the needs of the industry. And all of these conversations are going to start with a specific prompt. The prompt can be found by listening to the podcast. It's really short. I'm just really happy that somebody is helping create an environment where we can have this kind of dialogue with people from all over the world. The only way that we could change things in our environment is if we know about any potential issues and work together to help come up with solutions to make things better. Each location will have their own moderators to help keep things on track. Sounds like an awesome opportunity, and I plan to be there. Hopefully you are too. More information about how to sign up for the event can be found in the show notes. Next podcast is the Cat and Cloud podcast. Their guest was Kaila Hatis, and the subject matter is around mental health. Not something that a lot of people really talk about, but for me, I think it's a really important issue. No matter where you are in life, we should always take care of ourselves, both physically and mentally. Some things that they go over on the podcast are why it's important to seek out mental health help, what talking to a mental health professional looks like, the conversations and questions that people usually have during their first session or sessions, and just overall how everybody can benefit from just being able to talk to somebody. More than ever, if there's a time to be able to talk to somebody, that time is pretty much now. We have a lot of events coming up. October 1st in Italy is Coffee Boom. We have a webinar with the International Trade Center on October 1st. What this is they're going to go over a coffee guide, which is supposed to be the world's most extensive, hands-on, and neutral source of information on the international coffee trade, many in the coffee industry, according to the website. consider it to be the go-to reference. It covers trade issues relevant to coffee growers, traders, exporters, transportation companies, certifiers, associations, and authorities. I'll go ahead and put the link to the event on the website. You can go ahead and register for the webinar. We also have the 2021 Specialty Coffee Expo that was postponed and is taking place September 30th to the 3rd. There is still time to register if you want. I will put to the event in the show notes as well. The World AeroPress Championships has been postponed to March 5th of next year. There's an event from Digital Coffee Future, which is a traceability summit. In it, they say that they will address technological innovations and discuss why traceability and digitization are the way forward for this coffee industry. Really curious to see what kind of topics they cover. It's an online event. I'm actually going to go ahead and register for it. The links to everything will also be in the show notes. Cool, that's all we have for today. But if you can go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to get notified when the most recent episodes drop, and leave a comment in the comment section about anything you would like us to cover, that would be awesome. Have a good rest of your day. Until next time.